why are you breaking your own heart? You've definitely experienced the pain of torturing yourself, criticizing yourself, shredding your own beautiful heart into pieces. And before I go into the why, I want to destigmatize your behavior. I want to destigmatize what you have been doing to yourself. Yes, it's incredibly painful, and the research is conclusive that breaking our own hearts, a heartbreak itself, actually has a series of physiological repercussions and has a serious impact on our health. So in and for the sake of your health and for the sake of your future and for the sake of your longevity, you really have to heal this. It's absolutely essential. So what happens when we experience childhood wounding? What happens when we specifically experience shame and repression? And like, who on this planet has not experienced that? When we experience shame and repression, which can look like we have been wronged, we have been made bad, we have been hushed, covered up, hidden, made secret, or silenced, our nervous system goes into one of two responses. Our nervous system either goes into collapse, which can look like dimming. And dimming is a lot about this internalizing of the negative messages and embodying them, making ourselves being a wrong person, making ourselves and like believing that our core identity is wrong and our core identity is something to be ashamed of. It can also look like repressing our true feelings and really evaporating our heart's medicine. That's a hyper response. The opposite can happen, which is a hyper response in the nervous system, and that look like defiance. Defiance is literally saying, fuck the man to everyone and anything that might feel like a possible danger to our heart and that might feel intrusive or messing with our space, messing with our boundaries. It can also be hyper negativity and this sense of like having a reckless self-expression. So what happens in the case of you breaking your own heart, you're literally going between the two responses. You're very likely by default, most of the time in the dimming state, when you have internalized all of that negativity and made yourself wrong at the core. And then when something triggers you or the core wound arises, you go into this defiance, especially as it relates to your relationship with your partner, a relationship with a lover, with a boyfriend. And in that space, you're literally perpetuating between catastrophizing and embodying the negativity and omitting your own truth, and then creating this like fuck off, back off, go away. And this has such a prevalent consequences on our ability to be intimate, to be connected with partner, in our relationship, but also with ourselves. So what is absolutely essential in this space is to obviously begin to address this childhood wounding, but even without the necessity of like going into your childhood or going into the past, what I want you to know today, the biggest takeaway that you can take from this video today is that at the core of you, there is a natural blueprint of health. There's a natural blueprint of loving heart that has a full capacity and full potential for connection, for intimacy, and for this semi-permeable sharing. And by semi-permeable, I mean that the good things that nourish your heart can come in and bad things can actually stay out. So it's almost like you have this healthy boundary space around your heart and you know how to nourish yourself from inside out.